just goes to show you what a presence that WOCA has in the community. So that's, that's good. Really, really good.
You must have made a lot of lemonade when you were a kid.
No, it's true. WOCA
you know how to take
so
lemons and make lemonade. And anyway, so it was a fun visit.
Yeah.
All right. So in the news this morning, let's see. The Super Bowl is in the news. Hold on to that story till we have Galen on. Don't call right now.
No.
Let Galen be the Super Bowl guy.
Yes, and he is.
Did you see that wreck? I don't know where it was. It was on the news. It was like a whole load of cars just all piled up on some interstate somewhere. Freezing rain and snow covered the roads of the Northeast. 5 died at least. More misery awaits today. They say winter storm warnings are in effect for parts of Maine, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and Vermont.
Yeah,
which
it's nasty.
Could get pummeled with 3 to 7 inches of snow or 10 inches in the higher elevations. So that's big news. So when you complain about 39 degrees, don't complain.
And nice roads.
Nice roads.
Yeah. And
in Europe, investigators across Europe, and we're doing it here too. This news story happens to focus on Europe, but scrambling to stop the spread of terrorism and threats after the deadly Paris attacks. Belgium arrested 5 people. In Greece, they arrested some people and trying to sniff out terror cells across Europe. And in the end, love wins, by the way.
Yes, it does.
Hands down, in the end, love wins.
Love wins, hands down.
All right, now, here's another news story, and this is going to lead into the President's State of the Union topics. The wealthiest 1% of the world, according to a report, isn't just freakishly wealthy. Soon they're going to have more than the rest of us combined.
Gee, wonder who's putting that out.
The richest 1% have seen their share of global wealth increase from 44% in 2009 to 48% in 2014. And at that rate, the wealthiest people in the world will own more than half of the world by next year.
Don't you think they worked for their money? Gee.
I don't think they all did, no. I think a lot of people, I was watching this thing on, what was I watching? I was watching this Beatle thing last night.
Love, the love making?
The love thing from Vegas, but gosh. Somebody made a statement. I can't remember who said it. It's like, when we had nothing, nobody gave us anything. But as soon as we had everything, everybody was giving us everything.
Yeah, exactly.
I think Ringo said it. I think it was one of Ringo's statements.
That's true.
But anyway, so, well, for what it's worth, by next year, 1% of the people will own more than half of the world.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. There's no uprising.
It doesn't matter to me.
No.
I love the United States because you know what? I can do whatever I think I need to do to earn a living. I don't have to depend on Uncle Sam.
That's right. Exactly.
So speaking of Uncle Sam, tomorrow President Obama is going to give the State of the Union address. More taxes, less taxes, depending on who you are. Heads up on what the president is going to say at his State of the Union address when we come back. He wants to increase taxes for the wealthy. Just in short form, I'll have 40 seconds to tell you. And that will help pay for new programs designed to help the middle class and the poor, I guess.
Yeah, but how does it, I don't know.
Okay, so when we come back, I have a news clip, a little soundbite from CNN Washington correspondent Aaron McPike. Talking about some of the expected talking points of the president's State of the Union address tomorrow.
Okay.
Right now, because we're up against the clock, let's just stop, take that little break, and when we come back, I'll tell you what I have and allow you to phone in with your thoughts on it as well. We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Beautiful day today with plenty of sunshine. The high 66 to 70. Clear to partly cloudy skies tonight with a low of 41 and a few inland spots, 51 along the coast. A mix of clouds and sun tomorrow with a high of 69 to 73. And on Wednesday, intervals of clouds and sunshine, the high 71 to 75. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Kevin Harvick wins the final race of the year and the championship. I'm Joe Moore. This is the Coca-Cola Monday Morning Race Refresher, brought to you by Coca-Cola. Open a Coke and enjoy the race.
What does it mean to add refreshing Coca-Cola to an ordinary day? It means your family's celebrating the 5th of July. It's turning the living room floor into the best seat in the house. We're spending a weekend losing your voice while finding it. It means sitting down with a delicious Coke and interrupting the interruptions. After all, there are 364 other days that would love some fireworks. So grab an ice cold Coke and make any day a holiday. Coca-Cola, open happiness.
Kevin Harvick was strong when he needed to be at the end of the Ford EcoBoost 400 last night at Homestead Miami Speedway. Kevin won the race and the 2014 Sprint Cup Series Championship.
This week ate me up. If it wasn't for Jimmy Johnson and Tony Stewart, I'd have been in bad trouble this week. Those guys really helped me get through the week, and just, today was fine. I was a little bit anxious both days in practice and overdriving the car and not doing things that I needed to be doing. And after every practice, Jimmy was in there. Our team debriefs. Tony was constantly telling me, just go race. It's just another race. And today it was. It all worked out. So just really proud of everybody.
Chase contender Ryan Newman finished second last night. It was Brad Keselowski coming in third, Paul Menard fourth, and Jamie McMurray fifth. Matt Kenseth, Denny Hamlin, Clint Boyer, Jimmy Johnson, and Jeff Gordon, the rest of the top 10. Harvick got the championship and won it by just 1 point over Ryan Newman. Denny Hamlin, third in the season finale, and Joey Logano finished fourth in the championship. Again, Kevin Harvick wins the 2014 NASCAR Sprint Cup Series title. I'm Joe Moore. That's the Monday Morning Race Refresher, sponsored by Coca-Cola on the Motor Racing Network.
The LPGA Tour will kick off the 2015 season right here in Central Florida at the inaugural Coates Golf Championship presented by R&L Carriers, January 26th to the 31st at Golden Ocala Golf and Equestrian Club. Kids 12 and under get in free with a ticketed adult, so bring the entire family to see 120 of the world's best female golfers compete on a nationally televised stage. For information and tickets, visit CoachGolfChampionship.com.
All right, 12 minutes before 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning into The Source, WOCA, this Monday morning. 40 degrees now. We've increased it by 1 degree. The sun is doing its job, warming us up a little bit. We're not complaining because look at this freezing, rainy, snowy, frozen water things going on up north.
Yeah.
Right? Elsewhere. All right, so tomorrow the President of the United States, President Obama, is going to give the State of the Union address, and those who analyze these things say he's probably going to talk about more taxes for the rich and some programs for the less than rich. And then there was this other story kind of piggybacks on that to illustrate how wealthy the wealthiest in the world are. 1% of the world by next year could own more than half of the world. Mm-hmm. In 2009, the 44%. Let's see. The richest 1% have seen their share of global wealth increase from 44% in 2009 to 48% in 2014. At that rate, the wealthiest will own more than 50% by next year. I'm kind of on the same page as you are on this one, Robin. Is that, well, good for them. I don't know if they worked for it or not, but what's the problem with that? I mean, if people have money, they should be allowed to have money.
Yeah.
I don't really understand the problem with that. The beauty of this country, and I know it's not everywhere in the world, but in this country, the beauty is I can start a business. Mm-hmm. And I can make that grow as much as I want.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so let's take a look at, listen to a news bite. This is from CNN. It's from Washington correspondent Erin McPike, and she's talking about what to expect. Hope I have the right thing on it. What to expect in the president's State of the Union address tomorrow regarding the taxes. I'm sure he's going to talk about more than just taxes, but here's the part that she feels and other analysts feel will be the talking points regarding taxes.
He's going to propose a $500 tax credit for married couples who both have jobs. And what the intention of that is basically is to help with the cost of childcare. And the idea is that both spouses who want to work should be able to, and this is supposed to help them out. Now, he also wants to increase the top child care credit to $3,000. But they're saying that the total cost for all of this is going to be $235 billion. And the way to pay for that, he is saying, is to raise the tax rate on capital gains from 20% to 28%. So raising the tax rate on the highest earning Americans. But already we're hearing from Republicans in Congress who are very upset with this idea. Brendan Buck, who is the spokesman for Paul Ryan, who is now the chairman of the Ways and Means Committee, says this is not a serious proposal. So obviously this is going to meet with a lot of resistance from Republicans in Congress. But I have to tell you that there is this populist strain going on in both parties right now. We were talking about this yesterday with Mitt Romney and his remarks on Friday night in California to the Republicans. The RNC gathered there that he's saying that some changes need to be made. So in both parties, we're seeing this populist strain. So there may be some Republicans who are open to some of this, but by and large, Republicans are likely not going to be willing to pass this.
All right, so that's with the I guess the gist of it right there. The $500 tax credit for when both couples in a married relationship are working.
Well, my question is, she said that Obama said that there should be a $500 tax credit for both parents who work for child care. Now, at what age does the child care cut off for the child? And does that mean then that when a couple is married, there are two people and they don't have any children, are they still eligible for the $500 tax credit? Or do they have to prove that they have children and can place them in child care?
Interesting question.
That's my question. Is it for everybody or just for the people that have children of child care age?
The president will call for the closing of the so-called trust fund loophole, which allows wealthy Americans to skirt some taxes when they pass on their earnings to heirs, as well as raising the capital gains tax up to 28% for high-income households. That is in part how the money that will be lost with the $500 tax credit will be covered as a way to dig one hole and fill it in with other dirt.
That's right. Good choice of words. I love that.
Because of the trust fund loopholes, hundreds of billions of capital gains go untaxed every year, according to an administration official in a statement to reporters as they are leaking information. Leaking is a bad word, but giving a preview of the president's announcements expected tomorrow in the State of the Union address. That same official said the tax loophole closures, as well as the new fee on the liabilities of the nation's largest financial institutions, would raise nearly $320 billion over the next 10 years. He went on to say that is more than enough resources to cover the cost of the new tax proposals that we're outlining today, as well as the cost of middle-class proposals like the free community college proposal.
Yeah. That's another one.
Free community college.
That is crazy.
Saying Obama's initiatives would cost about $235 billion. So if you have free community college, and I know some people are against this, some people are for this. I don't really know. I mean, I had free public school up until the 12th grade.
Yeah.
You can't you can't really get a job, and it was free to me. It wasn't free because somebody paid for it, and that somebody was the taxpayer. So it's not really free. It's just a tax-paid thing. So we as a country have to decide, and I don't know if this should be a state-by-state thing or if it should be federal as the president wants it to be. But I mean, if you want your taxes to pay for an education that goes beyond the 12 years of public school, and some of you don't even want the 12 years of public school.
Yeah.
We've had this discussion before.
That's right.
But in our day, Robin, you could go through school and get out at the 12th grade point if you wanted to and still get a job.
Exactly.
It's almost impossible now. It's almost impossible. Now somebody getting out of high school really isn't going to get a really good job. You have to go those extra at least 2 more years. At least 2 more. And that would be the community colleges, right? They only go 2 years?
Yes. Okay,
and that's what he's proposing. So that would be the same funding that the public schools get funded by.
Yeah.
Which means that a kid who had no money, well, see now.
Well, then that's probably going to take away the program where you can start saving up for your child's college education, because if they're going to make it free, then why should they have that prepaid college program?
Okay, but here's the thing. If you graduate from college from high school. Then you're eligible to enter into college. Mm-hmm. But you still have to meet the requirements of the college.
Yeah, you do.
Correct?
Correct.
So let's hope that stays in place.
Yeah.
So that we don't, because we have a lot of flunkies, just being pushed through high school.
Yes.
Let's admit this.
It's true.
There's a lot of kids who do fabulously well, and there's a lot of kids who just they're wearing that cap and gown at the end of the 12 years. Mm-hmm. And they had horrible grades.
Exactly.
Somebody pushed them through. So that's the thing. You don't want to be pushing the kids through ever. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, you don't want them to be in high school forever either. So once you get to that point, if the money is going to be available from the taxpayer, and I'm not saying I'm for it or against it, I'm just saying if it's there, which it probably won't be. We got pretty much a Republican-dominated government right now. So it's probably not going to happen. But if it does, let's just look at it from this perspective. Then you wouldn't want those same kids who got pushed through to get pushed through the next 2 years.
No. Mm-mm.
That should be something they earn with grades, with showing the work, which is the case throughout all of schooling.
Right. And there are scholarships out there. The students that really want to go to college, that really want to make themselves a better life, whether in the academic realm or in the hands-on realm, like auto mechanics and things. There are scholarships out there that they apply for. There are, there are grants from different foundations that they apply for. And yes, there are even loans, but everybody gets a loan sometime or another. So the students that really want to go to school, they're going to find a way to get it, and scholarships is the number one way. So I agree with you. You don't want to push the kids through school because it's just another place for them to be without earning money.
They should earn it, and
earn it.
The way it is right now, if a student gets a grant, it's because they earned it.
Right.
If they get a scholarship, it's because they earned it.
And free community college is a slap in the face to the students that excel throughout school and get those scholarships to attend the next level. That's slapping them in the face, saying, well, too bad. You really worked for it, but hey, Joe down the street, he's going to go too. He's on the same level as you, and he's not.
Well, we got our wheels stuck in that little mud hole. There was so much more in that story, and that's okay. That is a really good talking point. Let's go to the phone, and if we have time, I'll go to the next point. Good morning. You're on the air.
Yeah, good morning. My alma mater is a private college in northern New York, and it's a fairly expensive college these days, but the financial aid office can work with you, and usually most of the students at Clarkson are paying only 1/3 of the actual tuition because the financial aid office, makes all kind of deals, scholarships, outright discounts in tuition, work study. Yeah,
I like that, and that's probably true across the board. I think you're also reminding me of an important point, is that if we are going to school to prepare ourselves for the real world, then having some obligation to pay even that 1/3 means you're going to get a job somewhere and figure out this is how the real world works.
Yeah.
Yes.
As opposed
to a very active placement office at the end, so we have a placement rate of over 90% at Clarkson.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for reminding me of some of those important points. Yeah, thank you. We're up against the clock, but I think he's right. Even if you're only paying 1/3, that's not much compared to the whole total, but it still is something you have to pay, and it still is something you have to work for.
Exactly.
And in the real world, that's how you get ahead. You have to work for things.
That's right.
That's the real answer to that dilemma. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. Officials from the 28 nations of the European Union gathering in Brussels to try to work out a way to deal with the growing threat of terrorism.
First on the agenda is an enhanced focus on Europeans who travel to join fighting in Syria and Iraq, then return home even more radicalised. The EU's foreign policy chief saying countries need to share more information. The German foreign minister says the attacks in Paris have changed Europe.
Fox Radio's Simon Owen. Icy conditions leading to an 11-car pileup Sunday in Pennsylvania's Delaware County. 2 people were killed.
We're able to get the baby and the mother out of the car right away into another car, screaming, yelling. It was bad.
Volunteer firefighter Joe Bardroff. The Super Bowl is set. The Seahawks came from behind to beat Green Bay 28-22 in overtime. They'll play the Patriots, who pounded the Colts 45-7. The Super Bowl will be played February 1st in Arizona. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Fox News on your time. The Fox News iPad app is ready to go with all the great features from FoxNews.com and our iPhone app optimized specifically for your iPad. Watch the latest clips from your favorite Fox News shows. Personalize the app by creating your own newscast using the video playlist. Listen to Fox News Radio live. Get local weather forecasts. And it's all free. Go to foxnews2go.mobi. That's foxnews2go.mobi.
Some people would call him a loser. He ran for state office. He was beaten. He started a business. He failed. He ran for Congress. He lost. He was nominated for vice president. He lost again. But he knew only those who never tried are the real losers. And Abraham Lincoln was no loser. Persistence. Pass it on. From the Foundation for a Better Life at values.com.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Hello, gorgeous. Hi, this is Becky at Hello Gorgeous Salon. We are located in the heart of downtown Ocala, right next to the historic Marion Theater. I'd like to invite you to stop by and see our new boutique area and meet our staff of professional stylists. Here at Hello Gorgeous, we are ready to update your look with the latest trends. It's the perfect time to brighten up your look. So make your appointment now for those highlights and Brazilian blowout. But don't stop there. We are a full-service salon offering manicures, pedicures, and facials also. So if you've been searching for a salon to call your own, come and see us at Hello Gorgeous Salon. We are located at 48 South Magnolia Avenue in downtown Ocala, right next to the Marion Theater. So call today and set up your appointment at Hello Gorgeous Salon at 351-5358. That's 351-5358. And don't forget, we also do men and children's cuts too. 351-5358. Hello, gorgeous.
Hi, Matt Wilkerson here, your mobile Verizon rep. But not just here, I'll deliver the phone to you in your home. While I'm there, I'll only sell you what you need and I'll personalize it to you. Want to have me get you connected? Then call me at 352-528-0020. I even offer unlimited home phone service for just $20 per month. Just call me, your mobile Verizon rep, at 352-528-0020.
The LPGA Tour will kick off the 2015 season right here in Central Florida at the inaugural Coates Golf Championship presented by R&L Carriers, January 26th to the 31st at Golden Ocala Golf and Equestrian Club. Kids 12 and under get in free with a ticketed adult, so bring the entire family to see 120 of the world's best female golfers compete on a nationally televised stage. For information and tickets, visit CoatesGolfChampionship.com.
This message brought to you by Urban Cardiology. Jersey Mike's Subs is giving away their subs. That's right, January 12th through the 19th, buy one sub and get the second of equal value or less for only a $2 donation to Kid Genius right here in Ocala. Kid Genius provides resources for kids with autism, like early detection, outreach programs, and more. So the next time you're hungry, pop into Jersey Mike's on Easy Street for a great tasting sub and help Kid Genius. But hurry, this is a limited time offer. For more information about Kid Genius, visit kidgeniusinc.org.
Yeah, today's the last day of that, so get over there and make sure you mention it, because if you don't mention it, they don't always know that you're trying to do that. So
that's right.
And then you get that second sub for $2. Not a bad deal.
No,
not a bad deal. Kid Genius deal. Doing good stuff, and in Jersey Mike stepping up to the plate, using a sports metaphor, because we're going to talk about sports right now. Galen Unold on the phone from LifeSouth Community Blood Center. Good morning, Galen.
Hey, good morning, Larry, Robin. How are you all?
Good. I've kind of reserved this time so that you can talk about the sports news. But I have to say that this segment with Galen and Unold is sponsored by Penn Flooring, providing quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Stop and visit their spacious showroom at 1201 Southwest 17th Street by that bridge over the railroad track. And we also mentioned the other one, or are we done with that?
No, that's the air show.
That was done.
Yeah.
Okay. So back to one sponsor. So, Galen. Oh, first of all, how's the blood supply?
We need O. We need O pretty badly. This weather's hurting us. It's hurting the entire country's blood supply. So we really need people to donate O. And just if you don't know your blood type, come in, donate. We'll figure it out from there. So, yeah, give blood today.
So I have two things to say about the football stories, and then I'll just kind of let you run and let listeners call in. I know they're dying to talk to you about sports. So.
Yeah.
But anyway, so my two things. First of all, I knew that the Packers lost. I was ready to jump on the bandwagon. I know you don't like my kind of a fan, but that's the way I am. And I was going to jump on the Packers bandwagon with Robin and her husband and the Gygaxes and everybody else who loves the Packers, just because. Well, because I'm here with Robin every day, so I figured I'd jump on that bandwagon. But then I knew that they lost, or I suspected they did, because Shane Finch from WTRS posted on his Facebook page, I'm not saying I just threw my cheese head across the room, but I did.
That's right.
So I figured, they must have lost. So I wasn't paying attention. Then, my other thing I want to tell you is this, that for a guy like me, now I have nobody to jump on the bandwagon for. Mm-hmm. I have a hard time with these two teams because they look the same. They got the same colors.
Oh, yeah.
I know it's slightly different. Yeah, slightly different.
Close to the same color.
Yes, it is. It's dark blue and lighter blue.
All right.
So, all right, now it's your turn. I have no idea. I don't know what to say.
Well, I mean, I don't. Yeah, I mean, the Patriots are red, white, and blue, and the Seahawks are green and blue.
But it's mostly blue.
Fair enough, I guess.
And white.
Yeah, I got you. It was a really two really different games. One was actually really poorly played by both teams early on. I mean, the Green Bay Packers looked very good early on, but they couldn't score in the red zone other than field goals, and I think that's what ended up killing them. And then the Patriots just dominated the Colts, and the Colts didn't belong on the same field as the New England Patriots. But if you're a Green Bay fan right now, that's a loss that you're going to feel for the rest of your life. And I think I think Aaron Rodgers, a quarterback for the Packers, said it well in his post-game conference. He said, I'm going to remember this one forever, for my entire career. This loss is going to follow this team. And it was one of those losses. They were up 16-0. They were dominating that game. There was no chance. And I remember I looked at my son. I said, no, this game's over, because Seattle just looked so bad. They couldn't do anything offensively. And next thing you know, they get a little momentum. They get an onside kick. They take the lead, and then Green Bay comes back, kicks a game-tying field goal. And I'm like, okay, we got a game now. Maybe now Green Bay can settle down and take this game back over. But 3 plays later, Seattle scores, ball game. And Green Bay had a lead. They were up by I think it was 14 or 6. I can't remember the score, 16 or something odd like that, with 5 minutes left to go, and they just blew it. I mean, they just flat out blew that game. So disappointing, and I'm sure all the Green Bay Packer fans are disappointed this morning.
Okay,
we got a Super Bowl of the New England Patriots and the.
And that's your son's team. Is that your team also? I know you put on Facebook. That's his team. Your son.
Oh yeah. My son's a huge New England Patriots fan.
Both sons?
No, Tristan doesn't really watch football.
Okay.
He just doesn't watch it. But it's Caleb's, my oldest, and he's been a New England fan forever. It's weird. You just select the team, and that's his team. I mean, I wish he would have liked another team, but
So I'm gonna jump on that bandwagon because of your son, and also because of what you just said. What you just told me, it sounds like the Patriots might be the stronger of the two teams, right?
We'll see. Yeah, and that's a great thing. They got 2 weeks. On paper, you have the best offense from the New England Patriots against the best defense of the Seattle Seahawks, and so that's going to be a lot of fun to watch. And it's really going to come down to if New England's defense can stop Seattle's offense, and if Seattle can score, they'll win. And it's usually
listen, Tom Brady. I don't know anybody, but I'm looking at a picture of Tom Brady. He's got little boy arms. I mean, they're not.
Oh. Well, I'll tell you, Tom Brady, if you like an underdog, and I mean, he's no longer an underdog. Let's make that clear.
But he's got little boy arms.
6th round. He's a skinny kid. He came out as a skinny little kid.
Yeah.
He's got 3 Super Bowls. This is the 6th time he's played in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And he's married to a supermodel.
That's all that matters.
Well,
that's right.
He's married. I mean.
Is he the one married to Giselle? Is he the one married to Giselle? Oh,
yeah.
okay.
There you go.
Okay. Now I know.
My wife, every time she sees him, she goes, "Woo, that's a handsome man." So here he is. He seems to be a pretty decent guy, and my son thinks he's the greatest human being on the planet.
Wow.
So,
wow.
Now, the last time they were in the Super Bowl and they lost, my son cried for 2 days. And so my wife, she looked at me and she goes, "I sure hope they don't lose." I'm like, it's part of being a fan.
Yeah.
Part of being a fan is getting your heart ripped out. It's true. Because if all you do is win, it doesn't mean anything. And I think that's why when you look at the Red Sox fans or, Cubs fans or these teams that just can't win, Detroit Lions fans, when they do win, I don't know if the Detroit Lions will ever win, but if they do win, it feels so good because, you're the person who sat there when they were 0-16 or 0-12 like the Bucks. That's what being a fan is all about. It's not, and that's why people who are fans of a team have a real problem with bandwagon fans because now you're just
come on.
in and
I know, but come on, I don't want. Oh, so what do you want me to do? Just not care at all?
No. But what it is, it's like, oh no, I'm a New England Patriots fan. Well, that's convenient for you. Where were you in 1978?
Nowhere. I was nowhere. I just became a fan this morning.
But I don't expect you to understand this, Larry.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Yes, he does.
I'm trying to explain our rationale as to why we have such an issue.
All right, I won't. I'll just ignore it. I'll just ignore it then. I do understand. I apologize. I shouldn't like them. I shouldn't. I mean, the whole country is looking at these two teams right now.
Yeah.
This is exciting stuff for the country.
Mm-hmm.
I'm last. I know. I'm the last one to say anything about him. I don't. I don't even listen to Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber.
Whatever his name is. So everything that I once loved is even gone. I have to come to your side of this whole world because it's entertainment. Bottom line, it sounds like news. I know.
Yeah.
Sports sounds like news, but it's not. It's entertainment.
I agree. And I completely agree with that. But you have to understand that it's more, you don't get, people aren't passionate. Well, maybe Star Wars and Star Trek, but for the most part, they're not that involved in entertainment the way they are with sports. It's.
Yeah, I would agree.
I don't expect you to understand how, like, as a Red Sox fan, when there are a bunch of people go, "Oh yeah, I'm rooting for the Red Sox," I'm like, that's great. But the second they get swept or something, you'll be like, "Oh, okay, it's no big deal."
Yeah, but the same thing happens with music. The same thing does happen with music. I mean, how many times has there been a really popular artist that I've known before he was popular, and all of a sudden everybody's liking him? A couple of, I can't think of an example right now.
But does that artist all of a sudden lose in a battle of the bands in which their season is over and you're never going to recapture that? No.
Well, wait a minute. Let me defend what you just said. Maybe not in that regard, but let's say at the Grammy Awards. somebody who nobody knew ever before, like Ellen Gold. Nobody knew who Ellen Gold was.
Yeah.
Right? I knew who Ellen Gold was. I was an Ellen Gold fan. You probably still don't know who Ellen Gold is.
She related to Ellie Gold?
I mean, she wrote some amazing songs, and she was writing songs like Diane Warren. Do you know who Diane Warren is? Okay, so all of a sudden, a songwriter who's been having hits after hits, nobody knows their name, but she's up for a Grammy Award, right? Mm-hmm. Next morning, she's in the news. Diane Warren wins the Songwriter of the Year. Holy cow! Right. Everybody loves Diane Warren. Now Aerosmith suddenly wants to cover one of her songs.
Exactly.
So, well, hello, Aerosmith. Where have you been? She's of course they covered it wonderfully. Yeah, and they ended up in that movie.
Armageddon. Yeah.
So
it's her song.
I know this is more about sports than music, but I'm just trying to show you.
I mean, award shows. I mean, it's like it's a you know that's an opinion of a pool of people. Whereas in sports, you know, you battle it out, and
I'm not going to argue that. Well, let me tell you something. You have fans, and they're calling in, and I apologize for not letting you talk to Galen. So let me take that little break, because otherwise we won't have the break. So we'll take the break and be right back. and then phone calls galore to Galen Unold regarding sports. Don't bring up the Jennifer. That was me. I mean Diane Warren. We'll be right back.
MyFWC.com. Safe boating is no accident. Beautiful day today with plenty of sunshine. The high 66 to 70. Clear to partly cloudy skies tonight with a low of 41 and a few inland spots, 51 along the coast. A mix of clouds and sun tomorrow with a high of 69 to 73. And on Wednesday, intervals of clouds and sunshine, the high 71 to 75. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to join me Thursday at 11 a.m. for Health Matters. Ocala Health and Strive have teamed up to bring you the latest information on good health services available to you right here at home. This vital information will help you make informed decisions about your health. So don't forget to join me here at 11 a.m. Thursday. It's news you can use from Ocala Health, Strive, and your friends here at WOCA.
January is National Blood Donor Month, and the folks at the Voice of South Marion would like to remind you that just one donation could potentially save 3 lives. You don't know when you or someone you love may desperately need a transfusion. By being a donor, you can help to ensure that when blood is needed, it'll be there. Plus, it feels really good to give the gift of life. The health benefits to you are a mini physical, checking pulse, blood pressure, body temperature, and hemoglobin. And the Voice of South Marion brings this message to you because they care about the community. And thank you for stepping up to help.
Don't get caught without your daily source of senior deals. Pick up your copy of the Senior Voice newspaper. It's your source for schedule and events tailored to seniors, with information you need, like a list of free events in the area. We even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company to you that fits your needs. And all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about them. For more information, call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223. And pick up your copy of the Senior's Voice at most any business up and down the 200 corridor.
Now read Ocala Downtown Newspaper online.
Hey, I'm Gary. And I'm Eric. Did you know that Red Eye Radio is on WOCA The Source every night from 2 to 6 a.m. and it's live?
That's right. No tape shows here.
We know that the news doesn't sleep.
And neither do we. So we're here with you live from 2 till 6 a.m. every weekday. Call us 866-90-RED-EYE. So join me, Gary McNamara.
And me, Eric Harley, every weeknight to discuss the latest in news and entertainment.
Right here on WOCA The Source.
Yeah, the older I get, the older I look. I just saw myself.
Yeah.
The older I get, the older I look.
That's right.
All right, Galen.
There's a truism, Larry.
That was it. It was like Yogi Berra, wasn't it?
Yes.
All right. The phone lines are open. Galen's fans, you are welcome to call 622-9622. Talk about football. Talk about Packers. Talk about Seahawks. Talk about Patriots. What was the other team? The fourth one? Colts. Thank you.
Indianapolis Colts.
Is anybody a fan of theirs around here? Was anybody rooting for?
Sure, there are. Yeah, they're a that Midwestern team that a lot of people from Indiana around this part. So
and the Seahawks. Do we have Seahawks fans around here? Today we do.
Yeah, today I'm sure.
See?
I'm sure because the Patriots.
I'm not the only bandwagoner.
Everybody who's a Dolphin fan, everybody who's a Denver Bronco fan, everybody who's probably a Packer fan will now become a Seahawks fan.
All right, but which is worse? Let me ask you this, and we do have a phone call. We'll go to the phone in a second. Let me ask you, which is worse? If I become a bandwagon fan today for the Patriots, or a bandwagon fan the day after the Super Bowl if the Patriots win? I mean, which is worse? At least today, there's two teams to pick from.
Yeah, right.
Well, I'll tell you, they're equally bad. But there's nothing worse than a front runner. There's nothing worse than who's going to cheer for the team who they think's going to win.
Oh, so you want me to cheer for the other one?
Yeah. So if you say something like, "Well, I'm gonna go with the Patriots because I think they're going to win," then I lose all respect for you.
Really?
I can't even have a conversation about it.
Next month is the Grammys. I'm going to ask who you expect to win.
There you go.
I could care less.
Wow.
I don't watch the Grammys. I don't care.
You don't care.
I mean, I've never bought an album because somebody won a Grammy.
Really? All right. Good morning. You're on the air with Galen Unold. Talking about the Grammys. Yes.
Yeah,
Linda.
you should call back when.
I'm sorry. Yes, I did. I'm
No.
sorry. Go ahead.
No. Hey, you know how I picked my team now because Green Bay, of course, is not going to be in the Super Bowl. Which honestly, I was surprised we were in the championship game. If the last few weeks we struggled, we couldn't score. Anytime we got inside the 20, it was field goal, and thankfully we had one of the best field goal kickers in the league. But so now what I do is I always pick by my the NFC, and so I have to root for Seattle, which kind of leaves a bad taste. But then the quarterback for Seattle is the next Wisconsin Badger.
That's true.
So I told Huey going into the game we really can't lose, and he didn't like to hear that, because we could lose.
Okay, so the guy with the Seahawks is from Wisconsin.
Yeah, he was a Wisconsin Badger, which Huey keeps reminding me that he didn't win the Rose Bowl for us.
Wait a minute, Galen's disagreeing, I think.
He's not from Wisconsin. He went to school in Wisconsin. He actually graduated from NC State.
University of Wisconsin. He's from Wisconsin. We adopted him.
They adopted him, Galen.
Okay.
They adopted him.
He's our bandwagon quarterback.
There you go.
No, but that's how, even though I don't like the team, and it really stinks because, the Bears win the Super Bowl, and that's the team I really hate to root for. And I felt like I had to root for them because they were the NFC.
Oof.
Instead of in the AFC.
Oh, boy. That's tough. And by the way, there is nothing wrong.
Within your conference or divisions,
I think that makes sense, but I also think it's okay to root against the team. So you can not necessarily root
the Bears, but I kind of had to. No, I guess I did.
Right.
Right. It was funny. It's funny. Do you believe in superstition? Because every time Huey went outside, something good happened for Green Bay, and every time he came back in, something bad happened.
He should have stayed out. They
lost.
I
mean, we would pick off the ball or we would score. So eventually the Dogs went outside, and Huey came in, and everything went downhill.
There's a great beer commercial where they make fun of that. Every time I go downstairs, they score. So the guy stays downstairs. It's a great commercial.
Finally, I went in the bedroom and I shut the door, and there was 4 minutes to go or something. I think we just picked off the ball, and all we had to do was get probably a first down, and the game would have been over. And Huey opened up the bedroom door, and then everything went to where. Oh well. All right, I guess I have to root for Seattle because the quarterback played in Wisconsin.
Okay, that makes sense to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's mine. All right.
Okay. Well, let's go another one. Good morning. You're on the air with Galen Unold.
Well, first let me say I'm a huge Galen Unold fan.
Yes, you are.
And my only regret is I can't say that I'm a long-time listener and a first-time caller, because that would really be perfect, but I can't. Okay, Galen, last year I cheered against Seattle because I didn't like that loudmouth defensive back that was showboating before the game. Is he still on the Seattle team?
Oh, absolutely, yeah, Sherman Williams.
Yeah, okay, so I'm going for the Patriots all the way. Go Pats, yay. Okay, thanks, everybody.
He's going for the Patriots because of Sherman Williams.
It's a pain, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good morning, you're on the air.
It's easily confused.
Good morning, you're on the air with Galen. No, they bailed out. You can call back.
I'm just kidding. His name is Richard Sherman. I just always call him Sherman Williams because
Oh, okay. All right. See, I would have thought his name was Sherwin Williams.
Yeah.
I know. I realized that, and I'm like, ooh, I better fix that.
It's Sherwin. Sherwin is the pain, right?
Oh, yeah, Sherwin.
Yeah,
That's
that's
Sherman.
right. Richard Sherman.
Richard Sherman.
He went to Stanford.
Well, anyway, so voting. So rooting against somebody, you would lose all respect for me because I'm rooting for one of these teams.
I never said that. No,
yeah, you
no,
did.
No,
wait.
No.
Yes, you did.
What you did?
No. What I said is, I
think
said
you
if
did.
you were to root for them after they win. So in other words, if you say, well, I'm going to root for Seattle because I know they're going to win, then I lose all respect for you. But if you just say, hey, I'm going to root for the Seahawks because I like their quarterback, then I'm okay with that.
Well, I'm just playing along. I have no idea. I have no idea who. But I wanted. So, but the truth is, though, is that I wanted the Packers to win. Not because I know anything at all about this, but because it's Robin and Ronnie's team. It's Hugh and Linda's. It seems to be a big deal for everybody.
Yeah.
Plus, I like that cheese head. That's a cool looking hat.
It is. It's wonderful.
I have no real understanding of any of this. It is entertainment.
It is.
That sounds like news.
That's exactly right. I agree with you.
How come other entertainment sounds like entertainment? How come sports news sounds like news?
Yeah, it's a good question because again, the outcomes matter more in sports.
Really?
They just do.
Well,
there's nobody up there like when Katy Perry performs at halftime. There's nobody up there trying to steal her microphone. Or to stop her from performing.
Yeah, but there was at the Grammys with Taylor Swift when that guy took her took her microphone.
And that did more for her career than probably anything. It really did. Let's be honest. That totally helped her.
Absolutely, that was a great publicity stunt.
Yeah.
Somebody was a genius.
I don't think he's. I think he's too stupid to realize that. But yeah.
And I didn't even realize there was some kind of NASCAR thing going on yesterday because everything's about football, and then the sports guys on Fox announced the winner of the NASCAR something this morning. So on that segment, so football really overpowers everything else.
I didn't know there was anything going on with NASCAR.
I know.
The first race is Daytona, and that's in February. I don't know. There may have been something, but
maybe we
maybe
we had a rerun this morning. Who knows what we had on the air? Who knows?
Well, I have to go for New England only because my son lives up there, so I don't know who.
Almost. New Jersey is not in New England, by the way.
Oh, that's
he's
right.
in New York, right?
Well, he works in New York. New York is not in New England either.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. That's right.
New York,
no, it's not.
New Jersey are not part of New England.
It really starts in northern Connecticut?
Yeah, I think Connecticut starts in New England. Yeah.
Yeah.
Connecticut. Yeah.
Well, most of Connecticut considers themselves in New York.
Right.
So.
So does most of New Jersey, by the way.
Well, when Ronnie worked up in Maine, he was the only Green Bay Packer fan up there, and he worked up there during the playoffs, all those years ago. So.
Oh, that must have been fun.
A few years ago, yeah. So he had his Green Bay hat on during the lunchtime that the Union guys were out there. So he got a lot of ribbing, but.
Fun topic. I'm so glad you were not. You were able to do this today, Galen. If you had a meeting today, I don't know what I would have said.
Yeah. Well, good for your son. Now he's got his team and he's ready for it. So that's wonderful.
Yep.
Yeah, I felt good.
2 weeks away.
I can actually understand that. Alex was more of a fan when he was a kid than I ever was. In fact, one Christmas I got him a Dolphins helmet
and a
Falcons helmet.
Yeah, he liked those two.
He liked those two teams. Yeah, I don't know if he still follows one over the other or what it is, but
yeah, but those are pretty cool helmets.
All right, Robert, we need a segue from football to donating blood.
Well, football is a wonderful sport, and so is everything else. But when it comes down to it, life is not a sport. Life is really a serious venture. So go to LifeSouth Community Blood Centers, donate 1 unit of blood so 3 others can live and cheer on their team for the Super Bowl.
Life is a highway.
That's right, it is.
Gail, where's the Bloodmobile today?
Bloodmobile today, Larry, is at the Publix out in the Shores. So
okay.
Come out there. Come see us.
All right, go donate blood, save some lives, and if you can't get to the Bloodmobile, go next door to the Cascades to LifeSouth in Denellen, next door to Winn-Dixie. Thank you, Galen. Have a great day.
You guys are the best. Bye all.
Thank you. We'll be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. Officials from the 28 nations of the European Union gathering in Brussels to try to work out a way to deal with the growing threat of terrorism.
First on the agenda is an enhanced focus on Europeans who travel to join fighting in Syria and Iraq, then return home even more radicalized. The EU's foreign policy chief saying countries need to share more information. The German foreign minister says the attacks in Paris have changed Europe.
Fox Radio's Simon Owen. Icy conditions leading to an 11-car pileup Sunday in Pennsylvania's Delaware County. 2 people were killed.
We were able to get the baby and the mother out of the car right away into another car, screaming, yelling. It was bad.
Volunteer firefighter Joe Bardroff. The Super Bowl is set. The Seahawks came from behind to beat Green Bay 28-22 in overtime. They'll play the Patriots, who pounded the Colts 45-7. The Super Bowl will be played February 1st in Arizona. Fox News. We report, you decide.
Fox News on your time. The Fox News iPad app is ready to go with all the great features from FoxNews.com and our iPhone app optimized specifically for your iPad. Watch the latest clips from your favorite Fox News shows. Personalize the app by creating your own newscast using the video playlist. Listen to Fox News Radio live. Get local weather forecasts. And it's all free. Go to foxnews2go.mobi. That's foxnews2go.mobi.
Some people would call him a loser. He ran for state office. He was beaten. He started a business. He failed. He ran for Congress. He lost. He was nominated for vice president. He lost again. But he knew only those who never tried are the real losers. And Abraham Lincoln was no loser. Persistence. Pass it on. From the Foundation for a Better Life at values.com.
Howdy, folks. RL here for Dairy Queen, wishing you everyone a happy New Year. And to start it off right, you need a hot, juicy, char-grilled bacon cheeseburger, fried drink, and a sundae for just $5. Or try our famous chicken strips or wraps. Nobody offers all this quality and value but Dairy Queen. And this offer's good till 4 p.m. every day at Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
Greetings, good citizens. Join Robin Hood and the Sheriff of Nottingham at the 29th Annual Hogtown Medieval Fair, January 24th and 25th and January 30th through February 1st at the Alachua County Fairgrounds. You'll find medieval merriment for the whole family. Cheer on royal knights as they joust for their lady's honor. Watch a living chess match or enjoy performances by gypsy dancers and magicians. Then wander through the marketplace where hundreds of artisans sell their medieval wares. Come one, come all to the Hogtown Medieval Fair.
You've got a garden and we've got a show for you called You've Got a Garden with your host, Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin. Carol Ann answers your questions about your flowers, your veggies, your grass, your trees, even questions about your bugs. And she's only on WOCA, so don't miss Carol Ann Baldwin and You've Got a Garden each Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on WOCA The Source.
Hey, I'm Gary. And I'm Eric. Did you know that Red Eye Radio is on WOCA The Source every night from 2 to 6 a.m. and it's live?
That's right. No tape shows here.
We know that the news doesn't sleep.
And neither do we. So we're here with you live from 2 till 6 a.m. every weekday. Call us 866-90-RED-EYE. So join me, Gary McNamara.
And me, Eric Harley, every weeknight to discuss the latest in news and entertainment.
Right here on WOCA The Source.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio.